Yesterday on December 14th, I found out that Heroes of the Storm, the MOBA made by Blizzard Entertainment, is basically shifting its development focus to other games, which to me means that the game is basically done in terms of creative innovation and is basically going to be on the decline from here on out. It really is a shame that Heroes of the Storm didn't do as well as Blizzard was hoping. To me personally, it was the first MOBA that I truly got into. I had a lot of friends that were into Dota 2 and League of Legends especially, and those games never called to me. They were very confusing with the item purchasing and with the strategies that were already developed by the time that I started playing, and so those games never called to me. But Heroes of the Storm was the first MOBA that actually got me interested in the genre. It was a game that emphasized more on team leveling up together, which means that you kind of had to make sure that your team was cooperating and doing the right thing at all times, and so it made for to me a very dynamic game where you were always trying to get a leg up from your opponent's team, and I just found it really exciting, and I played it for many years. In 2015, played it easily all of the summer of my sophomore year of college, and it's really upsetting to think that the game that I loved so much in 2015 and 2016 is basically considered not a priority to Blizzard. But to be honest, it's not something that's that surprising to many people. We know that Blizzard has been hoping that it would do better. They even re-released Heroes of the Storm to do a 2.0 version, where they changed the skins and the cosmetics features and they added the loot boxes. So we know that they were trying to change up the formula to see if players would be interested. But yeah, it's not something that I guess is catching on and been on the decline in terms of how people are interested in looking at it on Twitch, and I just see it being talked about less and less, so that is pretty disappointing to me. What I like about Heroes of the Storm is that it features almost every single main important character from Blizzard's lineup of games. So you've got your Rexar, your Sylvanas, Jim Raynors, you've got your Tracers from Overwatch, you got your Diablo from Diablo, and it was just really awesome to see them interact. And one of my favorite parts of the game is seeing the dialogue between two totally different characters from different universes. It really is interesting to see how they would interact, and I think Blizzard gets it really close to what we are expecting them to interact as a group. So it really is interesting that they're not totally killing it. They just are shifting development resources. So there's a lot of speculation out right now about whether the game is just not going to be focused on, or whether they're going to shut down the servers. But all we know is that they are still going to do some updates, but it's not going to be as frequent, at least as frequent as 2017 was. And the esports scene is going to be pretty much gone. I know that Heroes of the Dorm, they have announced, is canceled. For those of you that don't know, Heroes of the Dorm was an annual tournament by Blizzard about teams competing. They were all college teams or universities all over the US, and I watched a couple of tournaments every year, but I was getting a little bit less interested in it, and now they're finally shutting it down. So I think once you kill down the esports scene, the interest in the game really does start to dive down even lower, and it's just not going to work. It's not going to be a long-term sustainable game if you don't have the esports scene supported. You're just going to be probably losing a bunch of players each month until all they're doing is maintaining the game and having it kind of run like Diablo 3, where they're still letting people play the game, but it's not being supported nearly as much as games like Overwatch and Hearthstone. I think I'll probably want to make a video about why I love Heroes of the Storm so much, why I played it so many hours back when the game was still somewhat new, what makes it so special, what made it my favorite MOBA, and why it's still my favorite. I've been playing others. I even got into League of Legends a while ago with one of my friends, and it still doesn't hold up to me as much as Heroes of the Storm, just because I enjoyed that there were less options in terms of purchasing items. It was all about the team synergy and the strategies, and I think that is what I enjoyed over you deciding to buy an item that specializes against a certain teammate. I know that everyone has their opinions on what makes a MOBA great, but to me it's all about the gameplay and the synergy with the teammates and the discussions, and I think that's what makes Heroes of the Storm my favorite. So those are just some of my thoughts about how sad it is that Heroes of the Storm is not going to be supported nearly as much anymore. I think it's a tragedy that the game never hit it off like Blizzard's Hearthstone and Overwatch, and I just wish that it did, because it really captured my attention since 2015 when I first started playing it, and we'll just have to see where the game goes from here, and hopefully we don't see a drastic decline in quality. And I really do hope that the developers that were moved to other teams, I hope we start seeing an increase in quality in the other games, or even a new IP, as long as it's not focused on a mobile game. That would be pretty bad, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. I personally am sad about it, and when I saw it, it kind of got a sinking feeling in my heart. You know, when a game that you love is just not being enjoyed and not being supported, it's pretty sad, to be honest. So, anyways, those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. Both would really help me to know if people enjoy my content. Please also consider watching my previous 2 videos linked here. Thanks, and have a good day.